Hi folks, welcome to Cooking with Kurt. We're going to be doing elk today. We're going to be doing an Elk Encroute, which just means it's going to be in puff pastry, all right, and baked in the oven. And this is I love doing this. We've done it with every kind of wild game and domestic meat you can think of, from upland game birds to beef, chicken, pork. It's just a very versatile one. And what it is I took this is just an elk, a piece of round steak, and I cut it about 3/8 of an inch thick, and I put it between plastic wrap and pounded it down and took it down to a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch. And then we're going to stuff that with a mushroom duxelle in a minute, and I'll go over that with you and then put that in puff pastry. The sauce that we're going to serve this with, this is a plum sauce. And what's fun about Idaho, and down here in the Hageman Valley, we have so many, we have so many artisans, and from the cheeses to the produce and the fresh fruits and vegetables. We're very lucky here. It's really nice. And this is going to be a plum sauce we're going to do, and it's very a simple one. And actually, these are from Bill and Joyce Snap, some retired teachers that live here in the community. Every year they say, "Kurt, your plums, come get them." And what I did was I just picked the plums, and I like them to where I like it when everybody's picked their fruit, what's left on the tree, because it's a real high sugar content, and that's what I want. They're getting really soft. But I took and just washed them off, and then I put them in a pot with just enough water to get it going, and I put a lid on it, and I just cooked those down and ran it through the food mill, and then I put it in the freezer. I mean, it's just, that's nice. I can take it out as I want and work with it. And then once you do that, taste it and see what kind of natural sugars you have in and what that flavor is you're going to start with. And it'll tell you if you need to add a little bit of sugar, in this case, just a little bit. And I'm going to add a little squeeze of lemon, and the reason being that lemon, because it's tart from the plum itself, in this case. I'm going to get the seeds out of here. But I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon to it, because what that does is it kind of sharpens up, it cleans up the taste. And there's pulp in here from the plum itself. I'm going to add just a little touch of salt. And I know I'm going to add a little more sugar because that was a little tart there. And if I have to, if I need to, I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch to this. And depending on how much pulp that's in there, we'll tell you how much you're going to have to adjust the thickness. But I'm not going to add much there, and whisk it in quickly. And that's all there is to it. I'll just check the flavor, make sure that I'm there. And I don't want it too thick. I don't want it to be like glue when I'm putting it on there. A bit more sugar. Okay. There we go. I think we're going to be there. We've got it. It's kind of a balance between the sweet and sour. You don't want it too sweet, and you don't want it too sour. I think I'm going to add just a touch more, because I'm moving this along. Cornstarch to that. And there, that's a done deal. All you have to do is bring it back up to temperature, get the consistency you want, and you've got it. All right, there you go. You can use any kind of fruit, but we're working the same way. We do with apricots, peaches. What I did was, I said I pounded out that elk steak, and I made a mushroom duxelle. And I had pre-made it, because of the time constraint today, I had pre-made this. The recipe is on the website, you can check it out. I just sauteed I used crimini mushrooms, any mushroom would work in this case. And I cooked those in a little bit of butter, and I brought out that nice golden color and flavor. And then I added some little bit of chopped celery and shallot to that, and just cooked them. I just basically wanted to sweat those vegetables. And then I just chilled that out. And then after I had it chilled out, I folded in in this case, Monterey Jack cheese. You could use any kind of cheese you would like, be it the white cheddar from that we were working with earlier, to whatever cheese that you personally is your favorite. But then once that chilled out, I'll fold in the cheeses, and I'll set this on there. And I'll just kind of fill the center, maybe just a bit more. And I'm going to roll that, tuck in the ends, and roll it over. And I'll keep that seam side down. And I'll just put a little bit of kosher salt and pepper on that. And I'll dab just a little bit of clarified butter. Olive oil will work fine also. And then I'll cover that. I'll put down a little rack with a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan, and I'll cover that with polyvinyl and a little tin foil, and I'll pop that in a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes. And what I want to do is I want to cook it till that meat is just done. I don't want to take it to past a medium well by any means. It'll make it tough. And then I'll take it out and I'll chill it out. Well, at that point, and this is what it looks like. Then you can see it's been cooked and reduced down to size a little bit, but the vegetables on the inside or the mushrooms are not overcooked by any means. But I want to take in and puff pastry. You can buy this at any grocery store today. It's really fun to work with. I'll put a little bit of flour down, and I like to roll it out just a little bit, depending what the application is, because I don't want it real thick. I don't want the pastry to overpower what I'm doing. All right. In this case, I know it's going to be a little big, so I'll grab a knife and I'll trim off just a bit. What's fun about the puff pastry is because it's stretched and it's really flexible, I can make it fit the shape that I have to work with. And what I have is this is just egg wash, just beaten up egg and a little bit of water. And this is the glue that binds. This is what's going to hold it together. And I'm going to set this in at an angle in this case and just pull this over the top. And in this case, I can just roll it up. And I'll put this seam side down again. And I'll take and put a little egg wash. So this can be done ahead of time. You guys are entertaining at home. And I'll pop that in an oven, about a 375-degree oven, for about 15, 16 minutes. Depending on your oven, you're going to have to adjust that. But you want that nice golden color. Now you've warmed it back up again. The mushrooms and the vegetables that are inside are not overcooked. And you can take that out. And this is what it looks like when it's finished. And just cook it till it has a nice golden brown. What I'm going to do is, when I plate this up, I'm going to put a little bit of that sauce down. I'm going to set that right on the front. And you just put it down on the plate. There we go. Add a little more. Don't be tight. And I'm going to cut this. And the presentation of this one's really fun. And as you can see, the inside has a great look, and I'll turn that about like so, and take little chives and drop that on there. And there's some mechanics to this, but if you just plan this out ahead of time, you can roll this. I mean, you can stuff these and cook that off. It can be done the day before, and then put it into your puff pastry. And you could hold that in the oven and throw that in. It's only going to take maybe 16, 18 minutes, depending on the oven, maybe just a bit longer. But we have done this with just about anything. Wild game to upland game birds to domestic. It's just a real fun one. You can do this. Please do this at home. And this is one of my favorites. So thanks a lot, folks, for being with us today, and we'll see you next time.